I know everyone is looking at their screens at this point because, of course, there's so much excitement, within the crypto markets, pretty much over the last, 3 to 4 days. Pretty much, since we have entered into the second half of the year, the market has been really showing a lot of positive signs, and that was literally 12 days ago. So today's Saturday, of course, first and foremost, happy Saturday to the XLM family. I'm sure you guys are losing your sleep at this point because, of course, the price of XLM is looking really bullish. Obviously, when I pull out the charts, we do our technical analysis. I'm sure you guys are going to see that, but get some sleep because I understand during these times, we can lose sleep because, of course, the market is booming. There's a lot of excitement within the crypto markets, but go get some sleep, guys. But anyhow, if you're looking at the price of XLM right now, still holding really strong around the 39.25 cents, up 7.7% in USD, up 8% in Bitcoin, comparative market cap at $12.1 billion. And the 24-hour trading volume at $2.3 billion. That's something we cannot ignore. XLM 24-hour trading volume hasn't been this high in quite some time. If you're looking at the broader market, as far as the 24-hour time frame goes, we're actually seeing a retracement. You can see this for yourself. Majority of the market is seeing a little bit of a retracement. Yes, over the last 1 hour, market has picked up, but XLM continuously is showing positive momentum, actually up 8% on the 24-hour scale. And on the hourly time frame, we're up about 3.5%. Quite interesting moves coming for XLM. And this just goes to show what we've been discussing pretty much day in, day out. During the time where there was, stagnance, within the price, people that were accumulating did obviously have patience. Because you need patience at the end of the day. But let's get into the analysis. Before we get into that, just a quick disclaimer for you guys. As always, that anything on this channel is not financial advice. Always do your own due diligence and research when you are investing in crypto. So I want you guys to actually take a look at the. We're actually going to pull up the charts first. So we'll come back to this. Let's go ahead and take a look at the dominance today. So for the Bitcoin dominance index today, as of Saturday, if you're looking at it on an hourly perspective, because these visuals will make more sense. As we know, we saw the dominance going down to the likes of 64.15% just yesterday. Since then, we can clearly see that there has been an increase on the dominance. And obviously, if Bitcoin also sees a retracement, that is going to have a negative impact on altcoins. But in a grand scheme of things, we cannot forget what's been happening over the last few days. I know a lot of people have already forgotten this, but we don't want to be forgetting that, of course. But if you're looking at BTC, let's actually take a look at Bitcoin on an hourly time frame as well. You can see, Bitcoin's actually been ranging around here, but we did go down to the likes of 116,900, which of course has, pretty much gotten, the dominance to show a little bit of strength. And obviously that kind of explains to me why we are seeing the broader market seeing a little bit of a retracement. But look at XLM, guys. We talk about you cannot make this up. This is a perfect example. Your boy Crypto ZX has drawn this exact line for you guys in our last few updates. I told you guys the significance of that range, and you can see clearly for yourself we touched right exactly at that neckline and got rejected. What is this showing us? This is showing us that this is a major key level to be keeping an eye out on. And we spoke about that in our last update because pretty much after breaking out of this range, we could really see XLM retesting the 2025 highs, which of course were around that 50 cents price point. And right now, XLM price is holding really, really nicely, especially if you take a look at it on an hourly perspective. So you could see yesterday, just today, even midnight. So we actually saw yesterday we reached the 40 cents price point, a psychological level, of course, came down, a nice healthy correction, pumped back up to 40 cents. You guys can really see higher highs, higher low on the hourly time frame for XLM, and we finally retested that neckline, which is a very, very bullish sign, especially against the broader market. We are seeing the market seeing a little bit of retracement, but XLM wants to break out, and if we turn this key resistance into support, I am projecting this could be the start for us to push towards the new yearly high. And then, of course, we could even potentially start heading up to some of the levels we actually haven't seen since May of 2021. So a lot of excitement right now for XLM. We still have a few hours until the daily candle ends up closing, but the fact that we did retest this key resistance for the first time since February is quite bullish. And as of now, the momentum is still quite positive, but I'll keep you guys updated. Subscribe if you have not done so already. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you later. Peace out.